Hello everyone, welcome you all for my next lecture of the course Selenium with Java. This is lecture 5. Today we will learn Java data types. Data means variable. Data means variable or the values or the inputs we are giving in the programs. So what type of values we are using? That is called data types. But in data types, there are again two types, primitive data type and non-primitive data types. So outlines is we will learn what is primitive data types and how to use that type in our Java programs. Similarly for non-primitive data types. Okay. So let's start with primitive data type. Primitive data type which stores data of only one type. Primitive data types means which stores data of one type. One type means it can be int, it can be float, it can be double, short, character, boolean, but only one type at a time. Okay. It stores data of one type at a time. See, there are 8 types of primitive data type. 8 types. It can be boolean, character, byte, short, int, long, float, double. Okay. Or we can say data type is divided in 2 parts. Okay. One is primitive and non. In primitive, again there are 2 types, Boolean and numeric. Boolean and numeric. Okay, in non-primitive, there are 2 types only, string, array, classes, interface. Okay, that is non-primitive data type. In primitive, Booleans and numeric. If it is Boolean, only Boolean will be used here. B-O-O-L-E-A-N, Boolean. Okay. Only one type, Boolean. But if it is numeric, numeric can be character and it can be integral. Okay. In character, only CHAR character will be used. In integer, again the type, in integral, again the type, either it's an integer or floating number. Integer or floating. Okay. If it is an integer, then again they are type byte, short, int, long. Okay. Again, I'm explaining. See, data types, there are 2 types, primitive and non-primitive. Primitive and non-primitive. Okay. In primitive, it can be Boolean or it can be numeric. It can be Boolean, it can be numeric. In Boolean, only Boolean. Okay. In numeric, it can be character, it can be integral. Character only one, CHAR. If it is an integral, there can be int or there can be float. Okay. If it is integral, then it can be byte, short, int, long. Or it is float, then there are 2 types, float and double. A floating number type is double. Okay. So, in data types are 2 types, primitive data types and numeric data types. In primitive, Boolean, numeric. In Boolean, Boolean. In numeric, character and integral. Character CHR. If it is an integral, it can be integer or it can be floating number. If it is an integer, it can be byte, short, and long. If it is floating number, it can be float and double. These are primitive type. For non-primitive data types, it can be string, array, character, and interfaces. Okay. So this is primitive data types. Now we'll learn in detail. If it's a Boolean number means it stores only 1 bit. Okay, it stores only one bit. So it stores true value or false. Means answer will be in the form of true or false. I'll show you with example in Java. Okay, first see all the data types. Then we will do one example of each data type. Okay. Character means character ABCD, stores a single character. It can be any ASCII value. Okay. Byte is a combination of 8 bit. Byte is a combination of 8 bit. So 8 bit equals to 1 byte. So 8 bit means 0 to 7. So it stores whole number from -1 to 8, means 2 to the power 7 minus 2 to the power 7 to plus 2 to the power 7. Okay. Short 2 byte means combination of 16 bits. So 2 raised to 15 minus 2 plus. Int maximum size is 4 byte. 4 byte again, uh, uh, 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. Okay, it means 32. Okay, so stores whole number 2 raised to 31 minus 2 plus. Long again 8 byte. 8 byte means 32 plus 32, 64 bits. Okay, according to that, this whole number. Float is decimal number. For float, it will take fractional numbers 6 to 7 decimal digits. Means after point, it will take 6 to 7 digits. Okay. And for double, after decimal, it will take 50 up to 15 decimal digits. Okay. So these are the 8 types of primitive data types. Okay. 1 bit Boolean character 2 byte means 2 byte means 16 bit, byte means 8 bit, short means 2 byte again 16 bit, int 4 byte means 32 bit, long 64 bit, float 32 bit, double 64 bits. Okay, and these are the description, and this is the value. Okay, so these are descriptive data type. Okay, so then non-primitive data types, it includes string, array, and the classes. Okay, so now thing is, some minor thing is difference between primitive and non-primitive data types is, first of all, primitive data type stores only one type of value. Okay? Primitive data type stores only one type of value, but non-primitive data types stores, okay, many types. It can stores many types, more than one. I'm writing here, right there. Okay. If we'll see the difference between primitive data types and non-primitive data types, it stores one type of value, but stores more than one type of value. Okay. Primitive data types always have some value. It is mandatory. It should not be null. It should always have some value. But non-primitive data types, it can be null. It can be null. Okay. That is a second difference. So one second. That's a second difference. It can be null. Okay. The third difference is primitive data type always starts with lowercase letter. That is, when we define int, double, float, then always we use lower letter. But non-primitive data types always start with capital letter. Always start with capital letter. Okay. Start with capital letter. Okay. So this is the basic difference between primitive and non-primitive data type. Primitive data type stores one type value. Non-primitive data type stores many types of value. Primitive data type always have some value, but non-primitive can be null. Primitive start with lower letter and non-primitive start with the capital letter. So now let's start with examples in Eclipse. So let's start the Eclipse. We'll start the next program. In previous lecture, we have done hello world. Now we will use next program. For next program, again, I am explaining. Go to your project Previously, we have created the project with name Basics of Java. In project, we have created package Selenium Java. In package, we have done one program hello world.java. Now we will do second program, new Java project, and Java project name always start with capital letter. So we are doing data type. And remember, we cannot um, uh, keep space in between. If I'll write data and space types, then it will show the error. Finish. See. Oh, sorry. If you want to delete, then you can delete from here. Okay. We want to create a class. So I have not selected class. That's why. In class, if I write data and space type, see, finish button is not enabled. Okay. Previously, I was taken project. In project, you can give space here. This is class. In class, we cannot keep a space in between. So I'm removing the space, data type. Okay, now finish button is clear. See, which method step would you like to create? We have taken main method. Otherwise, we have to type by ourselves. Finish. So this is data type. Okay. So in data type, first we will see the primitive data type. Okay. First we will see the primitive data type. Boolean character. Okay. Boolean character, byte, short, int, long, float, double. Okay. So now let's start now. For comment I'm writing, this is these are examples of primitive data type. Okay. So first example we are taking for int. Okay. So I have already explained int in the previous example. For any variable, like we are taking variable a, if we want to mention its value, so we have to define the data type int. Or if you want to this data type in the console, just type CISO and control space bar. Okay. Now write inside it a. Okay. Then you will get the value. Run it. Okay. See, we have mentioned the variable a, value is 4, but if you will not type int, it will show the error. And what it is mentioned here, in the click left side here, in the cross button, create local variable. Or it is giving suggestion also. Int a equals to 4, means insert int. Okay. So that's why we have to mention the int. Then this is for int. Okay. Now next data type is, I'm taking this as a comment. Okay. Next data type is after int, we are taking float or character. So character a equals to, okay. Like if I'll take s, suppose, okay, and I'm printing it as, but still it's showing error. Syntax error. Okay, I'm keeping this. Again, it is error. Why it is error? We have taken one character. See, what is it saying? Character a equals to s. Right? We have right. Create constant as, create parameter as, create field as. See the suggestions. Means we have not used quote, single quote. Okay. See, a character we use single before. Now the error removed. Okay. Now we have written S over here, but variable is A, not S. See here, we want to print this, but it is inside the local variable. This is storage value, but variable is A. So we have to write here A. So in this way, we handle the error. Okay. So how work is done by suggestion only. Means if you are confused which type of error, then with the help of suggestion, you can understand easily. Okay. Now, as is there, if you will write here more than one character, then also it show that invalid character counts because character should be of one. If you're writing in this way, okay, I'm again put this in comment because now next is uh, if you want to put more than one characters, then you have to use a string. Okay, like this. Again, it is error because we have not put colon, semicolon. Okay, now. So if more than one characters, then we have to use a string, not character. For one single letter, we use character. For more than one letters, then use string. Okay. So like that, we handle the data type. Next is after uh, character. Next is byte. Okay. Byte. Okay. Byte A equals to. Now byte means 8-bit. Okay. So number should be inside the 8-bit. 8-bit means minus 128 to plus 128. So if I'm writing here 148, it's showing the error. Again, listen carefully. Mismatch. Mismatch. Byte means which can store value up to 8-bit. And range was minus 127 to plus 120, minus 128 to plus 128. So if I'll write here 120, no error. So it was inside the range. Understood? It was inside the range. That is the concept of byte. Okay. Next, after byte, there was short. So I'm writing short. And the short is a 2 byte. Combination of 2 byte. 2 byte means 16 bit. We will take the data up to 16 bit. 16 bit means 0 to 15, 2 raised to 15. 2 raised to 15 means minus 327682 plus 32768. Okay. Minus 327682 minus 32768 plus 32768. This is the range. So now put the value according to that. Suppose I'm taking 58974. It is out of the range, but if I'll hear one, I'll remove. Okay. So understood how to use such data type means primitive data types size depends on which type of data type we are using. Remember all data types, primitive data types are starting with lower letter. Okay. Okay. Short. After short, next was int. Int we have already done. After short, then long. And for long, 8 byte. 8 byte means 8 byte. 1 byte, 8 bit. 8 byte, 64 bit. So it is range is minus 9223372. It's a very long range. Okay. So like this. I'm randomly taking any number. Literal of type, this is out of range. Okay, number is so long, I guess. Mhm. It is also out of range. Okay. So like that we use. Actually, in long we have to use L. So I have not used L. That's why it was string error. Again, I'm taking the number. Okay, now using L. Okay. So previously I have not taken L. That was it was showing the error. Okay. See. Okay. So this was the example of long. Next is float. Float means in decimal number. Okay. So I'm taking any value one, any random value. The output will be in float. Type is out of range. See, in float we have to use F. It's compulsory. We have to insert F. Okay. Now run this program. See, 1.25. Okay. And this is by inserting F means we are taking decimal number up to this. Okay. So 1.25845 e raised to 10. Power is 10 because it's converting in this number in floating number. Okay. So this is float. Next is double. Float can store decimal number up to 7 digits, but double will store decimal number up to 15 bits. No, 15 decimal numbers. Double A equals to, see error here, insert D. See, we have to use D here. Now run this. Okay. 1.45155 this number. So in float and double, in float, up to 7 decimal number, and it is here up to 15 decimal number. This is the example of. So these all are examples of primitive data types. Okay. These all are examples of primitive data type. Primitive data type which can stores more than one value. Which can stores more than one value. First point. Second, there should be some value. It will not take null value. Okay. Suppose if putting in comment, so I am taking int b. And I have not mentioned the value of b. And here I am printing b. It will show the error. Local variable we may not have been initialized, means the value is not mentioned. That value is not mentioned. If you want to print 0, then you have to mention b equals to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. But it should be initialized. Okay. So that is the second. In primitive data types, first rule is it can store more than one value. It can store only one value, not many value. Many value stored in the non-primitive data type. Only one means either int a equals to 4, 5. If you are like for example, you have mentioned int a, int b equals to 5, int b equals to 15. Int b equals to 5 and int b equals to 7. You have mentioned two values. Okay. Again, it is an error. At a time, only one value can be taken, duplicate variable. So it will not take two values. Okay. So that is the second thing. Okay. So it stores value of one uh, type at a time. Okay. One type means only one value or one type is like I'm mentioning float also. Float equals to suppose 10. Again, it is showing error. Duplicate variable. Means here I have mentioned type int, here mentioned type float for same variable. So how it will take two data type for the same variable? Because rule is in primitive data type, we can store value of one type at a time only. We stores value of one type only. So either it will be int or it will be float for same variable. Okay, so that is the rule number two for primitive data type. And second rule, third rule is all the primitive data types start with small letter. This string is non-repeated data type actually. When I was mentioning the difference between character and string, that time I have mentioned it, but a string is non-primitive data type. Okay. So byte, short, long, float, double, all start with small letter. Okay. These are the examples of primitive data types. Okay. Now, example of non-primitive data types. Non-primitive data types are a string and array. Okay. So a string, I have already mentioned, is if you have mentioned a string, may define any variable. Okay. And then you can like whatever you're mentioning a string and you want to print that, just press Command C so and control space bar, and here you will print A. Okay. See here, 5 and dog both values because one CSO command was here already. Okay. And here one CSO command for string. This is about the non-primitive type, but non-primitive type, if I use small letter here, it will show error because it's a non-primitive data type, so it will always start with capital letter. Array and classes, that is also part of primitive data types. Okay. String, array, and class interface, but that we will learn in detail in the further lectures. Okay. For today's, we'll stop over here. Okay. So thank you so much. We'll meet in the next lecture.